play just a little music before we start off. And then we will go from there. Oh, I forgot to plug in the mic. What's up, cocktail connoisseur? Good to see you, buddy. Started a little early tonight, just to make sure that everything is definitely working. Let's all hang out, try to hear music before we go, and go from there. Oh no. It was almost a smooth start. It was this close to being a smooth start. We will get these starts down. I know how important these are. Throw my mic on for the YouTubers. There we go. Mic is good and on. Make sure our sound levels are right. They are. Finish my pre-class cocktail. This is what I'm drinking over on YouTube. You can tell. We'll talk about it in a second. In case the higher-ups at YouTube are watching, this is all royalty-free music. They just give you royalty-free music. Pretty nice. I don't know if Instagram cares. I'd like to see an Instagram versus YouTube brawl one time. Like all the loyal Instagrammers, it's mostly the same people. I don't know what I'm talking about. Put on my costume. Hilarious. Nice. Getting some mentions. Thank you, everybody. We're getting close. Give everybody a couple more minutes to show up, then we'll sit and chat for a second. Oh, good. All right. Kyle's already. YouTube is a little low. Okay. All right, YouTube, how's that? That should be a little better. YouTube voice volume is a little low. Okay, I think that's good then. Throw these things like we always do. See if we can't hit that camera one time. All right. I watched So You Think You Can Dance a while ago, and this guy did this cool move, and now I think I can do it. I do think I can dance. All right. As this song ends, got about a minute left, we'll start off, go from there. Remember, Kyle is in the other room. Kyle is responding, or Kyle is taking down every note Kyle will start to decipher what is important, what is stuff that I will even understand, written on a little pink piece of paper. Kyle will give that to me, and then we will chat after that. So just because I don't answer your question right away does not mean that I'm not going to, or I didn't see it, but you do have to impress Kyle. So remember, Kyle's a very handsome man. Kyle depends a lot on his looks and his stunning personality as well, but his looks a lot. So do compliment Kyle on his looks if you do want that note to get to me. Just make sure you let Kyle know how handsome he is. That'll be helpful. And then we'll start here in a little less than a minute. A little less than a minute. We'll finish off this royalty-free jam so I can't get sued. Great. Oh, speaking of music, Keith in the comments, Keith in the usually in the chat, just put out a new song. We listened to it last night. Last night or today? I listened to it real recently, and good work there, Duder. Good work there, Duder. Really nice to have very talented people that you know, so that one day you can ask them to do stuff for you. Be careful, Keith, with you and your talent. All right. All right, we'll turn this off. Otherwise, we will repeat everything we've said so far. And that is that. Hello, all of you people. Hello, all of you little cushies. I'm trying to start that, so if you wouldn't mind calling yourself little cushies, that would help me out. It would make me feel like less of an idiot for saying cushies. We are going to be making some cocktails today. Quickly though, I want to bring you up on the state of cocktails in my life. Currently, number one, today I passed the Bar Smarts test, so I'm now currently a Bar Smarts certified bartender. It wasn't like that was that hard, but it's just one of those things I never got around to until quarantine, and then I decided, why not? So I'm now a Bar Smarts. Now Dale DeGroff, Wonderlick, they all think that I'm an actual bartender, which is really nice of them. After 15 years of bartending, they finally appreciate what I'm up to. Of course, I can't go to any live classes until things are calmed down, so right now I can only continue to do this thing. We do still have, over on YouTube, we do still have the tool cam ready to go. The GB Cushman Memorial Tool Cam. You do not have that on Instagram, but I do feel like Instagram sometimes gets the short end of the stick, so I do want to show you guys what you do have on Instagram that you don't have on YouTube. One is the ceiling. You cannot see the ceiling on YouTube. So if you love the ceiling, you love ceiling shots, you love seeing long parts of ceiling, you are in luck. If you love asbestos in small little drops, can only get that on Instagram. Also, if you look real closely on Instagram, you can see that I do not wear pants when I do this. You cannot see that on YouTube. It is a little hard to see, but I wear shorts when I'm doing these things. It's just easier. So if you love the front of men's legs, I'm half that, so I'm halfway there. Hopefully that's something you guys are interested in. That being said, I think that's the state of cocktails. Oh, one more thing. If you guys have not, this is for YouTube right now, but I'll do it for Instagram as well. If you have not tried one of these, now they are not sponsoring me. This is the Cutwater Spirits Tiki Rum Mai Tai. In a can. They sell them at Trader Joe's. They are spectacular. Like, they are better than a lot of fresh tiki cocktails that I've tried in my life. They're not as good tiki cocktails, but they're right there in the middle of tiki cocktails. And in a can, it's awesome. This week, or possibly the beginning of next week, I am going to try and do a video on YouTube trying to crack the code on how to make this. specific thing, so do look out for that. Speaking of YouTube videos, hopefully you guys did get a chance to watch my new one, which is called Coconut Cream, and there's a little and then it says Tiger's Milk down here. Those are going to be ingredients that you will need for this class. I will tell you quickly how to make them before we continue to make the things. I noticed there wasn't a lot of views on there. It's not good for me, it's not good for you guys, it's not good for anybody. But if you do get a chance to go watch that, if you can put it on 2 screens now so that you can make it quick. It doesn't take that long. Really all you need is some sugar, some water, some coconut, some salt to make the coconut cream. And then to make the tiger's milk, it is that coconut cream that you just made, honey, and something else. Honey and something else. I forget exactly what else goes into it. Honey and, oh dang. Complete brain fart on that. Oh, butter. It's butter. It's butter, it's honey, and it's coconut. It's spectacular. And a quick reminder, if you are making that, do take it out now. Do take those both out now, as you will not be able to pour a solid. Cool. Yeah, they'll do it in a pinch. I agree. So let's start. Let's start where we always start, which is at the beginning of these things. We're going to go, the way that we're doing these things recently is I've been going super classic. So I find a classic cocktail. I find sort of an unknown classic, something that I did not create, and then the last one is something that I've created. That seems to be the order that I've been doing it in. It does seem to work. It does keep me on my toes. Please do tell Kyle in the chat if you want me to keep the hat on after this first drink, or if you want me to lose the hat. I don't know what a coconut person would wear. I don't know what a coconut person is, but I don't know what a coconut class looks like. So I put on a hat that I think that if you were to talk about like coconut people, they might wear this hat. Let's start though with our first cocktail. We're going to be doing the cocktail today, the very first cocktail. As I'm seeing that Disney Drinking Society, Walkie and Samo have all joined us. What's up, guys? Good to see you. We're going to be doing a classic cocktail, super classic in the Tiki world. We're talking early 70s, maybe even late 60s, a cocktail called the Trade Winds. The Trade Winds is a coconut cocktail. A lot of different recipes call for a lot of different things. We're going to be making it the way that I think it should be made today. One other good thing about what I'm doing today, just for my liquor cabinet's sake, is I'm going to be using this guy right here. This is Croissant. That's on the drink cam, on the tool cam on YouTube. Otherwise, right here on Instagram. It's a really dark, really thick rum, and it will do very well in 2 of these drinks. Usually I'm not a fan of Croissant, but I do have to get rid of it, and so I found cocktails that I thought would go well with that. So let's begin on the Trade Winds. For the Trade Winds, we're going to start off over here with some lemon. Nice and easy. We're just going to cut a lemon in half, and we are going to squeeze that baby. So here's the tool cam close-up of squeezing, cutting a lemon in half. It's not super cool, but it is named after Grant B. Cushman, or G.B. Cushman, the memorial tool cam. We're going to squeeze those guys in as much as we can here. Get it there. There we go, tool cam. So you're going to do the juice of 1 full lemon. Easy peasy schmeasy deasy. And we're going to take this lemon, and of course we're going to throw that in there. We want that lemon inside, whatever. We want that lemon juice and the lemon oil on the inside. We do have a lot of really strong flavors that are about to come in here, so better to give lemon a fighting chance by giving it the oils on the outside to hang out. Next thing we're going to be putting in here. Now I just asked you guys to grab, oh, did I not switch back? Here, switching back. I asked you guys to grab a fruit brandy. This will work with an apple brandy. This will work with a pear brandy. This will work with a peach brandy. This will work with a pineapple brandy. Whatever brandy you have, this is going to be great. The original one calls for apricot. I just happen to have an apricot eau de vie sitting back here that I'm also trying to sort of work my way through. So much so that I have not opened it yet. It just sits back here. I don't know what I would do with apricots on the regular, but Now we have it. We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce. There we go, tool cam. 3/4 of an ounce of apricot brandy. Easy peasy schmeasy. We are then going to be putting in our rums, our 2 different rums. First of all, you're going to reach for something that is somewhat aged. This is just Bacardi, not Bacardi Dark. This is just Bacardi Gold, so it is sort of a mix between aged and spiced. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I'm wearing a stupid hat. I can't take any more judgment. Listen, is it a great rum? No, it's not a great rum. Can you always put more in? Yes, you can always put more in. But it does have the flavors of wood. It does have the flavors of spice, and it will stand up into this guy. Next thing we're going to be putting in here is, of course, that dark rum that I was talking about earlier. This is a Cruzan. Other rums that would work in here would be any kind of dark Jamaican. If you have a nice dark Hamilton. You can also work with something like a Coruba if you are Tiki tea fans, or you can work with a Goslings even would work in here. We're going to put 3/4 of an ounce of that, and of course, when we do 3/4 of an ounce, why not just go to the top and put a little touch more in there. Hashtag Tiki pour. Throw that Tiki pour in there. That's everything except for, of course, what class is this? This is the coconut class, and hopefully you guys did get a chance to make your coconuts. Your coconut stuff. This is what I have it in right here. It's this little bottle. I've been letting it sit out for a moment so that it has stopped coagulating. Do keep it in your refrigerator, but do not just expect to be able to pull it out and pour. That'll never work. Now this stuff is delicious. This is a Martin Kate recipe for how he makes his coconut cream. I was not about to try and improve on perfection, so I just let Martin Kate do this one. It is equal parts rich simple syrup, so that's a simple syrup that is 2 to 1. Oftentimes half of the sugar is white, half of the sugar is demerara. It's equal parts that with equal parts, so usually it's in 13.5 ounce cans. 13.5 ounces of super syrup, or a rich simple syrup, 13 ounce can of the coconuts, milk from Thai Kitchen, that's his brand, and then 1/4 of an ounce of salt. The salt really brings something out in this, just like salt brings out a lot in a lot of different cocktails. Now we do have to shake this one. The original one called for a blender. I don't think this one needs a blender. Now, I am not some huge authority. Yes, do I have a hat that says Kush is an authority? I do have that hat, and I am currently wearing it. This is my authority hat. But I do not have authority to decide whether or not this drink should be blended. If you want to blend it, blend it. I'm going to shake this one because I do like this cocktail shaken much more than I like it blended. I've tried it both ways. It seems to be a nice, easy sort of mixture of light and heavy, and I think that we take away all the lightness when we blend a cocktail. So let's find a glass back here. Why not this one? This is, of course, a Pearl Diver glass that we have right here. And we're going to shake this guy. Now, we want to give it a big fat shake. We do want all that ice to crack up. We are going to be pouring this in, but we're going to be pouring it in a little carefully because we do want that lemon out of there. We don't want that lemon to sit in there. So let's give it a big fat shake, try and crack some ice. So more back and forth than one of these. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Crack that guy open, and we are going to pour. We're going to do the pump and dump method, keeping as much of the lemons out of there as we can. So once we have most of the ice out, then we can go in here. The Tradewinds garnish is a lemon, so why not just reuse it? We'll float this lemon right in here. You guys can see that on YouTube. And then why not, since we're floating a lemon, why would we even waste time not lighting it on fire with just a little bit of absinthe? Now, of course, the regular recipe did not call for absinthe in any way, but I like absinthe. So we're going to light this guy on fire real quick. Let that absinthe flame up. You can see that on the YouTube. You can probably see a little bit on the Instagram too. And that is that. So let's go over the ingredients one more time since I have nowhere to be. I imagine most people don't have anywhere to be. That is going to be 1 full lemon juice along with the rinds put in there. It is going to be 3/4 of an ounce of apricot brandy or any fruit brandy you have. It's just going to change the flavor a little bit. And honestly, if you don't use apricot, you can name it after yourself. This is the I don't know, this is the Paul Bellinardo version of this, or this is the Kiana Johnson, or this is you know, whoever's sitting there watching. This is your version of it. It is then going to be 3/4 of an ounce of white rum or an aged rum, 3/4 of an ounce of a dark rum. Both of those I did a tiki pour, and then 3/4 of an ounce of a delicious coconut cream that I do make on my YouTube channel. Check that out. Let's blow this guy out. Didn't work the blowout. The clap out didn't work. And we'll give it a little sip, see how the trade winds goes. Oh, please. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. The coconut is nice and subtle. The problem with this coconut, I don't know if any of you made this, tell Kyle, but if any of you made it and then were a little disappointed when you start making drinks with it, because your drinks would often be a little less delicious than what just the full-on coconut thing was. So then you tried to just pour straight rum into coconut. I did that a couple times. The issue with this coconut stuff is it isn't meant to ever taste just like that coconut. It's supposed to like give an elongated coconut. Just think about a regular coconut and then pull that coconut. And then think about how awkward that would be if those grew on trees. And then talk to Kyle real quick about what that would be. So I'm going to have just one more sip of this while Kyle finishes his, oh my gosh, finishes his notes. And then we will go from there. But this is the trade winds. Questions. I love it when you guys talk in the chat. That always makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'm not literally just sitting in a darkened room with a weird makeshift bar behind me and 2 lights right here. It makes me feel like I'm actually with you guys. So just in order to help me, that would be great. So I'm going to go hand this off to Kyle, and we'll come back for drink number 2. So here we go. Fun bonus for YouTube is YouTube can still hear me just as well because I do wear a lavalier microphone. Hey, Kyle.
Hi.
Kyle with his sexy voice. Okay, well, first note here says, everybody hates me. Everybody thinks I'm some sort of clown, some sort of joke, and the hat stays. So, loving the hat, says everyone. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. I will continue to wear the hat though, no matter what. Can you use Zacapa? You can absolutely use Zacapa, Glenn. Zacapa would, in fact, if you want to make this entire cocktail with just Zacapa, you can just do maybe 1.5 ounces up to 2 ounces of just straight Zacapa. This drink, really, the rums are somewhat important. If you did it with like a strong Jamaican, like the Cruzan, or if you did it with I don't know, like a real like Hamilton's Jamaican style, then you will be. Oh, Kyle's got one more. Hand that to me, Kyle. Oh, never mind. So yes, Zacapa will work. A lot of rums will work in here, but don't just do a light rum. Otherwise, there's a lot of flavor in here. We were talking about the lemon disappearing. The rum will disappear in an instant. So Zacapa would be a great one. What gives dark rum its color? There's a lot of different things, Lisa, that give dark rum its color. Sometimes it's from aging. Sometimes it's from caramel coloring. And sometimes it's the way that they make it. There is a Demerara style of rum there where they actually brew it, and from the type of sugar that they use, it gets infused. A lot of times, though, it is colored, but just as many times it is not. There's a lot of different reasons where rum gets its color. The way that the Bacardi gets its color is from a little bit of aging, but also a little bit of spices. Any way to make it less sugary? Yeah, I would bring back, so this is from Samo Punk. Any way to make it less sugary? There is. In fact, if you want to cut the sugar completely out of it, instead of doing it with the coconut cream, just do coconut rum. I'm sorry, not coconut rum. Just do coconut water or coconut milk. You can cut the sugar completely out of this cocktail, other than, of course, the stuff that goes in the liqueur. That's a really good way to do it if you just have a, like a can of coconut water, or if you went out and hit your shopping list and did get a delicious young coconut, you can crack that open early now and switch out equal parts. You might want to put a little bit more coconut in there if you're using coconut water, but that would be the way to make this a little less sugary. So that's what we have so far. Let's just see if anybody. Kyle must have a cold. Yes, Kyle is Kyle definitely has a little cold. Yeah, thank you. My buddy Paper loves my bar. I don't know who else has been on this journey with me from the very beginning. Starting next week, I'm getting barn doors so that I can, on my lights, so that I can just focus the light here and I can keep the bar really pretty behind me without just flashing these big lights on it. So we're going to keep going through. Yeah, and one more thing. What is the agricole style I keep hearing about? Thank you, Curtis. I do want to mention that there is a celebrity in our midst tonight. It is Curtis, CD Watts, and these, you can't see them on Instagram, but you can see them on YouTube. These are the CD Watts Memorial Hanging Balls. That goes there. I'm sure that Curtis is just testing me. Agricole rum is a French style of rum that uses most of the cane juice. So the closest thing, if you've never tried agricole rum, but you have tried cachaça, they both use sugar cane juice, so they aren't being processed out of it. It's still very agricultural rum. That's what RHUM, agricole, means. It's agricultural rum. It's because it's going to taste a lot more like nature. It's going to taste like, some people say grass, some people say burnt tires, some people say it's a mix between burnt tires and rum and grass. So that is that. Yeah, coconut water, Samo will do you just fine. Let's move on to the next drink. So the next drink we're going to be doing here is going to use your young coconut. We're going to be serving this one in here. This is called the Luau Coconut. The Luau Coconut was created in 2008. It's a pretty recent style cocktail. It was created by a man named Jeff the Beach Bum Berry for the Luau restaurant in LA that opened up in the same site of the old Luau restaurant, which closed in the 70s. Very delicious, and you're going to be using this not only for some of the delicious juices, but also for your vessels. So if you don't have a way to get into your young coconut, I would recommend getting one of these guys. I have this little set right here, plus this little guy, which scrapes out the, the insides. But we're going to crack this guy open here. Listen, I've lost my mind, and now I have a coconut opener. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to watch to make sure that everything doesn't fall off the bar as we open this guy up. I've been trying to open this up for a little while. I wanted to do it. We're just going to go ahead and give this a crack. We're going to move everything back. There we go. We're going to give everything a crack again. It's a little more difficult than I thought. Might be more fun to watch it like this. I make a lot of funny faces. There goes my phone. Move everything back. Well, this is ridiculous. How close are we even? We're not even that close. One more try. Oh, good, I cracked it. Oh, there we go. We can open this guy up through here. Open, you little jerk. You're making me look like a fool. I see it. I see it. Oh. You know what's sad? It was open so much earlier than I thought it was, and now I have a cracked coconut. Don't crack your coconut. Don't crack your coconut. That is going to be on the blooper reel that I put together later. We're going to take this, this water. Hopefully we still have enough. We're going to reserve that. Oh, there's still a seal in here. We're good. And we're going to save this guy right here. We're going to save our little situation here. We're going to save our water. We're also going to, we're going to regroup. We're going to regroup real quick. So this is the luau coconut that we'll be making, again, a modern classic. We're going to be serving it in this, so we don't need to worry about whether or not we're going to be making it in tin or in glass. We, of course, have to make this guy in tin because you cannot like do drinks in here. That would be ridiculous. So we have this guy. Let's begin. So let's start off with that water. The tiny little bane of my existence right now. And we're going to be putting in a full 2 ounces of coconut water. Fresh, young coconut water. Very important, very delicious. Next thing we're going to be putting in is coconut cream. We're going to match 2 to 2. So we had 2 ounces of that. We're going to do 2 ounces of this. Right there. So now we have 2 different types of coconut. One, like Samo and I were talking about just a minute ago, one is going to be much lighter, one is going to be much heavier. Samo, if you're trying to get rid of the sugar, just double that coconut water, maybe even double and a half that coconut water. That might be the thing to do. Is this correct all the way through? Let me just see before I start serving this out. It might be. It might be. It doesn't matter though, because we're just here to gather and have a good time. And that's what I have to remember. The next thing we're going to be putting in here is pineapple juice. I will not be embarrassing myself by doing a weird pineapple situation right now. Instead, I'm just going to take this pineapple juice, and we are going to be putting in 1/2 ounce of pineapple juice and 1/2 ounce of delicious lime juice. I brought the limes out, and then I hid them for myself. There. So you're only going to use half of a lime for this guy. Don't worry about going big on the lime. There are a lot of other flavors that we'll be using in this. So just 1/2 of a lime should work out for you really well. Beautiful. Right there. Let's drop it in. Let's drop it in. Let's see what it does. Obviously, I've not made this cocktail before. I just was reading about it, and I thought it sounded good. If I had read it before, then I would have known how to open up a coconut. Next 2 things we're going to be putting in there is rum. Now, we will not be using the dark rum for this guy tonight. We will instead be using 2 different light rums. First rum I'll be using is this guy. This is Havana Club. This is the Añejo Blanco, or what are they calling it? The Añejo Blanco. Añejo Blanco is just a style of rum where they basically age rum so that it does have some age, it does have some wood in there, but then they filter it out. They filter out all that color, so it becomes a white rum. So it drinks like a white rum, but it has more funk than a regular white rum. So we're going to be putting in 1 full ounce of that. Uh-oh. Move the tool cam back so computer isn't showing. Yes, that makes more sense. Sorry guys, I'll give you a real quick reason why I can't see that is what's going on. I'm having an eye issue, so I'm going without contacts or glasses right now. So this whole thing is just a big blur to me, so I could not see what was going on. Thank you, Kyle, for your keen eye. We have put in our white rum. Now we're going to be putting in an aged rum. The aged rum I'll be putting in here is going to go back to the Bacardi. It's aged. It's aged, sort of. It's not a fully aged rum, but we're going to call it fully aged. We're going to be putting in a full ounce of that right there. Give this a real quick smell. Yep, that smells like everything is in it. I got distracted. We're going to, of course, shake this one. Why? Because, well, we shake things when there's juice in them, but we also shake things when there is different viscosities of stuff in here. And even just with the 2 different types of coconut, there are plenty of different viscosities. So we're definitely going to be shaking this guy Throw that in here. Shake, 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 Sinora. Clean up my station real quick before we continue going. Now, I'm a little nervous about this, but I'm going to go with it. Is this coconut water? That is coconut water. So it is leaking. I'm going to be putting this in here, but it's going to look like I'm putting it. Fun little. Get this out of here. Let's just see if that works. Yeah, perfect right there. All right, now we're going to shake this guy. Ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Correct. Now I will not be going to the tool cam because I will be doing a little bit of what we call Hollywood magic right now. It's going to be looking like I'm pouring it into the coconut, I think. But I'm actually pouring it into a glass behind the coconuts so that I don't spill this whole drink down the thing. So we, of course, decorate our coconut like this. Why not put just the rest of the lime in here and then a... I don't know. Here. Put a little extra Tiki glass shot in there so that you have, maybe if you just add just a touch of rum. Let's find a good rum that I want to put in there. Oh, Hamilton's. Just a little shot of rum as a garnish. I drank through the Hamiltons. Well, pretend to win in there. Here, we'll do 151 on the Gosling. Gosling 151. That's a garnish of 151. And for those of you who are on tool cam, that is what this drink ends up looking like. It looks like a delicious situation with a shot garnish, a lime, and a straw. This is the luau coconut, and it is spectacular. It is so good and filling and delicious. Now, we all know that's a lie because we all know that I broke the coconut. That is that. Get your questions going. I'll give you guys a second to reach out to Kyle for anything that we may have forgotten. In the meantime, I'll go over the recipe one more time. We're going to go 2 ounces of coconuts, 2 ounces of coconut water, 2 ounces of coconut cream that we made the day before. We're going to do half of an ounce of pineapple, half of an ounce of lime, and then 2 different rums, a light and a little less light. So a light and an age is what we're going for. If you are using Zacapa, Zacapa works. So does Zaya. Zaya also works. There's a lot of different rums that'll work in this guy, but definitely, ooh, I'm breaking the third wall. Oh my gosh. Yep, that is that. That is that. Yeah, so any of those rums will work. I'm going to go talk to Kyle real quick, hand him this drink. Oh, you guys want the stupid hat on. And I'll be right back. Kyle. Kyle's on a bit of a delay. Thank you. Okay. Kyle is your seeing eye dog. It's not nice. It's not a nice thing to say about somebody, although seeing eye dogs are very loyal and wonderful, but I do appreciate that you are paying attention there, Mix. More fire. Yeah, sure, I'll do more fire. Yeah, I'll do more fire in the next one. Why don't we do more fire in the next one? I'll do more fire. Yeah. Cozy Mom is looking for more fire. Yeah, I could light this guy on fire real quick. Why don't we take our spoon to do this on fire? I don't know if Cozy Mom is watching on the YouTubes or the other one, but if you want to make a fire vessel, let's move this off to the side. We won't be using this coconut ever again. If you want to make a fire vessel, you just take your spoon right in here. You're going to hollow this guy out as much as you can. Get a better spoon. I've been dedicated to this one already, though, so I cannot break. I cannot get out of there. It's mostly apple. We're going to squeeze out the rest of it. There we go. Why not turn it upside down, inside out? Here, we'll light the we'll light a little dole on fire. So we have this guy. We're going to take our 151. The 151 I'm using today is Gosling's 151 right here. There we go. I'm going to get much better directing this show with my feet here any moment. But we're going to turn this guy inside out. We're going to be going right here, just a touch. And why not find our lighter again? Oh, I'm the king of stealing lighters. I stole my own lighter. I am the worst. Well, Cozy Mom, you've defeated me. I don't know where my lighter went. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh, well. Sorry, Cozy Mom. Watch this later on YouTube. I will... Well, this is ridiculous. I've lost a lighter. I just had one. Cozy Mom, I'm sorry. We will be doing more fire tricks. Maybe next week. You know what we haven't done with the classes? We have not done a fire class yet. And that was my most popular class when I was teaching live classes. Cozy Mom, you have given me an idea. Next week is a fire class. Get ready for it. Everybody get ready for fire class next week. We're going to all talk to Avery. Avery does all of my promotions and whatnot. Did we find it? Is sugarcane what also makes you so sweet? Oh, Curtis. Curtis is my best friend. Out loud, I'm saying it. Curtis is number one. Thank you, Curtis. I do appreciate that whole little thing. That makes me blush. Let's get into the next cocktail. The next cocktail we're going to be doing is we're making this one in glass. Making this one in glass, and the glass that we'll be making this in is this guy right here. This is what we call a coffee mug. This is a coffee mug. We're making this one a coffee mug. So there is a great old tiki cocktail called the Hot Tiger's Milk. Recently, myself and a few of my other people have been going through keto. I'm not doing keto anymore. Look at this. Look at this. You don't get to be a tank on keto. But we did go through keto, and one of our favorite things was, of course, bulletproof coffee. This is going to be called the Bulletproof Tiger. So we're going to be doing the same idea for bulletproof coffee as the Hot Tiger's Milk by first getting our Tiger's Milk ready. Now we talked this week. Hopefully you guys did get a chance to pop over and make some warm Tiger's Milk. The way that we do this in this particular mix right here, I have 1 stick of butter, so it's half of a cup of butter. I have 2 ounces of honey, which I then, it's a gross word, but I creamed it together. I just like mixed it until the honey and the butter were one thing. It's delicious. It's like the best thing. Literally, I would drink that even if it was hot. And then you add 4 ounces of the coconut cream you make. That's not the original recipe. This is the recipe that I like when I'm making delicious, making the delicious bulletproof tiger. So there is a little bit more to it though. Let's get into what that looks like. First of all, we're gonna grab some cloves. You guys have cloves at your place. They look like this. We're gonna be putting about 5 cloves into our coffee, just right in here. Maybe 6 cloves, maybe 8 cloves. Cloves are delicious. And then we're going to be putting the outside of an orange. If anybody has been through one of my fire classes, we might do this drink next week actually, and had the revolver. We know that the revolver is absolutely a delicious drink that has coffee, it has rye, and it has orange bitters with a flamed orange. Those 3 flavors go really well together. Now, of course, we won't be using any whiskey, but we will be using rum instead, and it's going to be a darker rum, so we'll have those whiskey flavors. We know that those 3 things seem like they're out of the realm of possibility, but they do really mix well together. So that's sort of what we're going for. So we have cloves in here, and we have orange. That basically gives us the entire pantheon of what our orange bitters is going to be. The next thing we're going to be putting in here is going to be our Tiger's Milk. We're going to be putting in the Hot Tiger's Milk. It calls for just half an ounce. We're going to be putting, instead of boiling hot water, we're going to be putting coffee. So we're going to put a full ounce of Tiger's Milk in here. If you have this Tiger's Milk and you're like, Kush, what are we up to? You just had us make all this Tiger's Milk. Anytime you want to use a coconut, I know I already made you make coconut cream too, but anytime you want to use coconut in any of your cocktails, this is a great substitution. Also, for anything that calls for milk, you want to make a Gin Ramos Fizz out of this world, this stuff is your thing. So do not despair. You did not make this in vain. You did not waste that butter. You're good to go. Next step we're going to be putting in here is, of course, rum. I wanted a rum that definitely stood up to coffee, and lo and behold, nothing stands up to coffee better than this Croissant. We're going to be putting a full 2 ounces of this guy in here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Put this away, never to see it again. And there we have that. Now, of course, we're not going to be shaking this. We're not going to be stirring this. We are just going to let the heat of the coffee sort of boil this out. Now, I have made coffee right before this. If you can make coffee directly before this, maybe if it's the first thing your coffee touches, that would be best. I was not able to do that as my space is already full of all kinds of other stuff. But this is very hot coffee. We're going to be putting in 3 ounces of very hot coffee. Oh, you can still see. Oh, hot, hot, hot. Who knew that's metal conducted energy so well? Not me, apparently. At least I can commit crimes now. I have no fingertips. And we're going to give that just a little bit of a shake. A little bit of like a, what do you call this? What do you call this, YouTube? Where we just like swirl it around. It's like a late 30-something woman that has been thinking about leaving her husband in one of those stupid TV dramas where she does this. Oh, it's so good already. Honestly, if you drink some of this, you'll be super brave, and she could definitely leave Chad, and she would be much better off with her girlfriends. I'm rooting for this woman that I've just created, and I'll probably write that script tonight. I'm going to call it Hot Tiger's Milk. Why not? Hot Cougar's Milk? She's not 30-year-old, isn't a cougar. We're going to call it a Hot Tiger's Milk, and we're going to put it on that channel, the Oxygen channel. Oh, so all of that orange should start to extract. All of the cloves should start to extract. The milk part of this is the butter and the coconut milk and the honey. And we're going to give this one a little sip, and we're going to enjoy it. It's one of the best drinks of all time. The Bulletproof Tiger is one of the best drinks of all time. If you did not get a chance to make it, I will post this one first. Maybe tomorrow, maybe on Monday, but do watch this one. It is so gosh darn good. It makes me want to wear this hat for the rest of my little life. Wow. Okay. We're going to go over that recipe one more time. 4 to 8 cloves, depending on how clovey you want it. I did 3 rinds of an orange, so 3 of the outsides of an orange. This orange has been used a few times, so just 3 of these little guys. It is an ounce of tiger's milk, and then it is 2 ounces of a rum that will stand up to coffee, and then it is 3 ounces of coffee. Now you can make this chilled if you don't want hot stuff right now. I know it's hot outside. Throw some coffee in there, throw some iced coffee in there, but or throw some ice cubes in there. But the problem with that is it won't extract the orange and it won't extract the clove very well if you're not doing it in boiling hot coffee. So you might have to make cold coffee and put orange and clove in there. Or maybe just orange bitters and Angostura bitters. There's clove and Angostura bitters. Maybe put 2 of those in there to make it, but you will not get exactly what we're dealing with right here. Chad. How could he do that to me? I'm going to give this to Kyle real quick, and we'll come back and chat for the rest of this. Kyle? Oh, there's a lighter right there. Swirl. Give it a swirl, yes. How long will the tiger's milk keep? Asks mixtvshow.com/Scott Cushman. You can head over there right now and watch some of my episodes from Mix LA. The tiger's milk will keep, you probably got about 3 weeks on it. If you do want to take some overproofed rum and throw it in there, I've never tried it. It's supposed to be thick. And to be honest, it's never lasted that long in any of my kitchens or any of my bars. So if you put some overproof rum into it, the problem with overproof rum and tiger's milk is you really got to stir it in there. You really got to swirl is the word that Kyle told me about just a second ago. You really got to swirl it around in there because the tiger's milk does freeze. The butter in it freezes, and then you have like parts that are mixed with rum and parts that are not. So do give it a big fat shake. Now I can't guarantee that it'll stand around for the rest of time if you do that, but you'll at least have a fighting chance on it. So feel sad for your made up lady. What? Sounds yummy. Okay, well now I'm just going to answer some questions now, just live. If you guys have any questions at all that we're going through, unfortunately I can't read. Yeah. Okay, well, I can't read YouTube, so I'm just going to go off of... This is the one thing that Instagram does definitely have. Unless you're a ceiling fan, a fan of ceilings, or a ceiling fan, this is the one thing, because I can only read this. Sounds like a great breakfast drinking. It would be a great breakfast drink. This would be a good anytime drink. This is just one of those like after dinner cocktails that'll do you really well. Let's go over real quick what we did tonight. And then let's talk about next week, and then let's talk about other business. So we did, of course, the trade wins. The trade wins was full lemon, apricot brandy, coconut cream. So 3/4 of each of those last two. 3/4 rum, light rum, 3/4 dark rum, and then shake that one, put it into whatever. We did the... Ooh. Forgot I had this. Here, I will light this on fire. Kyle definitely gave this to me. So, Cozy Mom, this is more fire for you right here. Put that on for the YouTube people. Put that on for everybody. We did, the next one was the coconut... The luau coconut, that was 2 ounces of fresh young coconut juice. It was 2 ounces of delicious coconut cream. It was a couple different rums and pineapple and lime. And then we did this last one, the Bulletproof Tiger, which was cloves, orange. We did some coffee, we did some rum, and we did some tiger's milk. Tiger's milk, you can, of course, I'll never be able to pick that up if I don't put it down. Tiger's Milk, of course, you can go onto my YouTube channel, YouTube, search Kush. I am still a few people back from getting to name my own domain. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube, that would be spectacular. It'd be really helpful because then I could just say youtube.com/Cushtender. I'm working on it right now. I'm still a few people back, so if you haven't seen it, do it. These classes will always be free. They will always be free. I'm doing corporate classes all the time, and they are boring, and they're good. I like the people and all that stuff, but like it seems to be like the same thing. Like what I want to do is this. I want to keep doing like creative, interesting, weird cocktails. I love my corporate people. They are paying my bills currently, but this is where like I'm putting my like creative energy. So these will always stay free as long as at least one person shows up. I will continue making. But if you can support the channel, that would be great. Venmo at Cushtender, PayPal.me/Cushtender. Those are both great ways to do it. You can buy me a shot down in the comments section. I think you can do it now, maybe not. Otherwise, it's up in my on the homepage on the banner. Buy me a shot. If you write me a little note, tell me what kind of shot you want me to take. I'll call you, or I will get a hold of you, and we can take that shot together. That'd be great. For next week, I think Cozy Mom called it. I don't see why we wouldn't do the fire class. The fire class is a classic class. It's always everybody's favorite. We always sold them out. So now that we have a bit of a momentum, why not get the fire class going? We will do 3 different cocktails, and I will teach you how to light 3 different things on fire. There's a chance that we'll go big and crazy on it. So do show up for next week. The same way as everyone. What? Good save? I don't know. the same way as every week, I will be posting my ingredients on Instagram until I find a way to do it on YouTube. I'm sure there's a way to also do it on YouTube. But I'll be posting those on Tuesday for the fire class that's coming up next Saturday. If we have anything special to make, then we'll put that up on Thursday. We'll put that up on YouTube by putting out a video. And beyond that, that is what I have for you guys. Again, I love doing this, and I love that even one of you shows up. It gives my whole time in quarantine it gives it like a beautiful purpose. So I have learned so much doing this, not only in just how to light something, but how a camera works, how to talk to a room of nobody, but also just like how important it is to continue to grab community and bring people in to the fold. Having Kyle out there read all of your stuff. My favorite thing to do with Kyle before I send him home is to go over all of the comments that didn't make it in here. So I do appreciate you guys. Without at least one of you, I wouldn't be doing it. But since there are many more than just one of you guys, it breaks my heart and I love it. So Steve, anything else? Fire class, there we go. So fire class seems like the way to do it. Thank you guys so very much. Let's put on just a touch more music as we end this thing. I think that's a good way to end classes, and we will go from there. How do I do this? Yep, hilarious. There we go. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming out to class, and next week I will see you for fire.